All right, good morning everyone, and thanks for joining me today for this latest edition of our Pamplin podcast series. Today we're featuring 5 different companies here to share some information with you about their firms and opportunities for students. So today we'll be hearing from representatives from Kohl, Vorsight, CF Real Estate Services, memoryBlue, and AXA Advisors. And so first up with us today, I have Tori representing Kohl. So Tori, I will go ahead and turn things over to you to chat a little bit more.
Great, thanks so much, Jen, and happy to be on today and share a little bit about Kohl and the opportunities that we have for everybody. We've been recruiting at Virginia Tech for a long time and get some incredible students out of the programs at Virginia Tech, so happy to be here today. So I've been with Kohl now for about 5 years since I started my first internship with them. I went through both programs that are up on the screen. So what I recruit for now are the store management internship and the store management trainee position. Both are located in our Kohl store. So this is the brick and mortar side of the business where you are on the track to become an assistant store manager and hopefully a store manager with us one day working in our retail stores. One of the great things about Kohl is that we are a national retailer, so we are all across the country in every state except for Hawaii, unfortunately, but we even have some locations in Alaska. So truly, wherever you're from, wherever you want to live, you can work for Kohl in one of our stores in that area. So I just want to walk through our programs with you a little bit and give you some insights into the company. I'm going to start off with the internship program, though. So our internship program is for current juniors or for anyone who is graduating over the next year or so. So you can complete the internship this summer before the year that you graduate. And our internship is an 8-week program where you are going to be in a Kohl store. What's great, since we do have stores all over the country, is you can do your internship at a Kohl store that's near home for you. So wherever you're living for the summer, whether it's at school, at home, at grandma's, you can live there, and we most likely can find a commutable training store within that distance, and you can do your internship there. So for the internship, you're going to spend 8 weeks really delving into what Kohl is all about, what retail is about, and learning how we run and operate our business, how we open the doors every day to help customers find what they need. So you will come in and you're going to first spend a couple of weeks learning the basics, all about our culture, all about the logistics, and all of the systems that operate in our buildings every day. And you're going to take on more and more leadership throughout those 8 weeks. So by halfway through your internship, we're actually going to give you a department to run. So you're going to oversee the sales and the associates within that department to be able to get a glimpse into what it's like to run multiple departments or even be running the whole store as a store manager. You're going to be given that accountability and really that leadership opportunity. You finish the internship by doing a store walk for your district manager. And what a store walk is, at Kohl, if you're a manager with us, whenever your district manager comes into the store, you are going to take them around the entire building, the customer-facing side of the store, also the back end, and walk through everything that's happening in the building at that time. So you as an intern, you're going to complete one of those and walk the district manager through everything that's going on from sales to customer engagement, associate engagement, credit, merchandising sets, the truck, how is the truck process going, how ship from store, which is where we ship things from Kohl to online orders. So it's really just a total encompassing internship where you're going to get to learn everything and really get to see what it's like to be a manager at Kohl. Our hope then is that the internship was a great experience for you and for us, and that we extend an offer to you at the end of that internship for the full-time position, which is the management trainee program. You can also apply for the management trainee program directly as a senior, or even if you are a recent grad. And the management trainee program is 12 weeks of training, so longer than the internship, because you really need to get a totally encompassing experience and learn everything that it takes to run and operate a Kohl store, because after those 12 weeks of training, you are placed as an assistant store manager with us, and that placement is guaranteed. So you are guaranteed when you're hired to become an assistant store manager. And then we have assistant store managers, just to give you an idea, that do become store managers within 3 to 5 years for us. That's a very realistic timeline. So you could be 3 to 5 years out of college running your own Kohl store which can be anywhere from $10 to $30 million annually, overseeing 100 to upwards of over 200 associates. A huge responsibility and a really exciting career path to consider. A lot of students are very entrepreneurial these days and want to run their own businesses, and I commend them for that. But if you think about this, you are getting to run truly your own business, your own store, without all of that risk. So it is like your own personal store. Every Kohl's building is a little different, a little unique. You have your own team, and you really have a say in getting to drive sales the way that you need to for the clientele in your market. So it's a very exciting path to consider. You can be any major to apply for our programs. You don't have to be necessarily a management or even a business major. You just need to have the drive and the desire to come into retail, to be in that environment, and to lead people. At the end of the day, we're looking for energetic leaders who can motivate teams to drive results, and those results are going to vary across the spectrum, from working with customers to doing a merchandise set, to really then looking at things behind the scene, making sure that we're staying within payroll and scheduling. So you get to have your hand in so many different areas, and it's very exciting. So my contact information is up on the screen. As I said, I went through the programs myself, so can certainly speak firsthand to what the experiences are like. I was an assistant store manager for a few years before transitioning into my role now as a full-time recruiter for these positions. So please reach out if you're interested in applying. We are still hiring for both the internship and the management trainee program throughout the spring semester, so come see us at Business Horizons. If you can't make the Business Horizons or you just want to reach out earlier, send me an email and we'll definitely get you set up for an interview. Thanks again, Jen, for having me today.
Great. Thank you so much, Tori. What wonderful information. We appreciate you being on the call. So next up, guys, we have Bill on the line representing Vorsight. Bill, I'm going to go ahead and turn things over to you to share a little bit more with us.
Awesome. Thanks, Jen. So again, my name is Bill, if you didn't get that the first couple of times around. I own coaching and training and recruiting at Vorsight. I've been with the business for 8 of its 11 years. I've done the entry-level sales job that we hire about 40 recent college grads a year for, including Virginia Tech grads. We've been hiring Virginia Tech grads since the business got started 11 years ago. I've managed those people. I've managed managers and people, and I've managed managers, clients, and people. There's a lot of things that you can get involved in here, and eventually I had a role created for me based on what I wanted my focus to be. So it's you can make your own success story here for sure. So I want to talk a little bit about the people that we're looking for. We are looking for people who maybe, they don't know what they want to do yet, but they know they want to break into business, maybe become a future head of sales or a future head of marketing or a consultant, or, even the newer sales positions like sales enablement or sales operations. I mean, the deal is that sales and marketing and business to business, they're beginning to overlap. Marketing is changing to be more like sales. Salespeople have to become savvy marketers to succeed. Marketers can't just make content anymore, and the world of sales is a lot more than, knocking on doors and selling paint at this point. But I know, like I've talked about heads of sales and heads of marketing, but our people are ambitious. But I want to talk now about who's qualified. You don't need to be a business major. You don't even need to be a marketing major. My background is creative writing. We have history majors here who have been top performers. I mean, the real deal is, and if you want to do some self-reflection on this, are you gritty? Are you coachable? Are you resilient? Are you intellectually curious? If you have those kinds of qualities, this might be the right fit for you. As far as locations go, we're in the Washington, D.C. area. We're actually, for those familiar with that area, we're actually right across the bridge from Georgetown. The running joke is there's the nice side of the office, which overlooks Georgetown and the Potomac, and then there's the other side of the office, which I'm on, which overlooks downtown Roslyn at the edge of Arlington. And I have a commanding view of things like skyscrapers and a church over a gas station, which is actually kind of unique. But someone was actually in my office for an interview the other day and talking about how great the view was on my side, so who knows. What our business does, we do two things. We do outsourced inside sales, and I'll get to that in a second. And we also have a product called ExecVision, which is a conversation intelligence platform. You can look that up and go to the website. It's execvision.io. Here's why our business exists. Traditionally, salespeople are good at relationships or they're good at closing deals, and then a select few of them are good at both of those things. But what many of them struggle with is actually getting that market message to happen, figuring out who the right person is, getting to that right person, getting all their contact information, and when you get there, having a meaningful, high-level, peer-to-peer first conversation with them in a way that's compelling and gets the sales cycle started. Many salespeople and sales organizations are miserable at that, and they turn to us to help them with that part of the sales cycle. The other reason we exist is our clients have really big deal sizes. And what I mean by deal sizes is how much their product or service costs. So maybe their product is 5 figures, or maybe their product is 6 figures, and some of them are even 7 figures. And when you look at that, it takes a long time to get those deals closed, sometimes 6 months, sometimes a year. So what they realized is it's an absolutely Herculean effort to have one person do all of that go-to-market stuff at the beginning and all of the prospecting and have that first peer-to-peer conversation, much less do a discovery call and do a demonstration and go through negotiation and solution development and go to a proposal and a closed deal, and I'm even simplifying it from there. So they've realized, hey, if we outsource this to an expert like Vorsight, then our people can be set up to win and we can work as a partnership. So our clients love us because they get to hand off that beginning of the sales cycle, of the big B2B sales cycle to us. But more importantly, our people love us. All the people that we hire love us because they get to work in a culture of their peers. Our average age is probably about, I don't know, 23 or 24. I'm pretty old for Vorsight. We have a few old folks around, but a lot of our people are going to be just a few years older than you coming out of school. A lot of them hang out together, and we do things as a team, like, you know, go to a baseball game, and twice a year we send high performers to places like Cancun. Our people love us because they get to learn how to market, message, and sell to many buyers versus one kind. So meaning that you get to work here with lots of different clients that sell into these different functional areas rather than just learning how to sell and market one kind of thing. You get to learn about what a director of supply chain cares about versus what a VP of finance cares about and why certain quarters of the year are such a bear for them, or like what keeps a CHRO up at night. And yes, you get to learn about all of these companies that sell into these areas, and you may say, hey, you know what, I really like information security and I want to make my career there, or I really like management consulting and I want to make my career there. But regardless of that, being able to interface with all of these different buyers instead of one kind of buyer is immensely valuable. There's another business that came out with a report recently that all decisions made, all big decisions made these days in business take about an average of 5.6 people. So by learning about all of these different industries and learning about all these different businesses that you get to sell and market into, you get to be familiar with what's going on in these people's heads, and it ultimately prepares you down the road. We've won our awards for our training year after year. So I mean, obviously, a first job, you want to get training that actually leads you to your next job. You can look up an organization. It's called the AAISP. We've won their Sales Training Provider of the Year award just about every year since they've been in existence. We're always adding more jobs to move up within both businesses, or, you know, sometimes our people even move on after a while to be a head of sales or marketing somewhere else. You can look them up on LinkedIn, look for our alumni there. The last thing that I'll mention is there was a quote in Salesforce.com recently. It was probably actually back in the spring of this year. The hottest job right now in sales and marketing is sales development, the kind of job that we're talking about. You can go to our website. It's called the Business Development Associate. People have different names for it, BDR, SDR. It's all sales development. The reason is because you get exposure to all these businesses, but because of our training, because of all of the different types of businesses that you get to work with and all the different types of executives you get to learn about and talk to, we believe our opportunity is pretty unparalleled. as far as opportunities right now, we are still hiring a few December grads for our January start class. So if you're looking December grads right now, the time to jump is now. We do another start class in the spring, and then we'll do a few, before graduation, and then we'll do a few more over the summer. We have summer internships, so if you're interested in that, it's definitely a good reason to reach out. And let's just get to contact info at this point. You can look us up at vorsight.com/openings. That's a great place to see the types of jobs, the sales and marketing jobs that we have open. Or you can email Amaria directly. She's our recruiter. She's also the best person in the world, and you're going to have to call her to find that out. And her email will be on the slide. We'll also be at Business Horizons. And you can also hit me up on LinkedIn. My name is Bill, B-I-L-L, Ball, B-A-L-L. You can hit me up on LinkedIn with any questions if you just want to talk about what's out there in sales. Again, thanks, and we love partnering with Virginia Tech and hiring Virginia Tech graduates.
Great. Thanks so much, Bill. Next up, featuring, we have Jim representing CF Real Estate Services. So, Jim, I'll go ahead and turn things over to you to share a little bit more with us today.
Thanks. Hello, everybody. My name is Jim Mock. I am CFO with CF Real Estate Services. I'm also a class of '96 graduate from Virginia Tech. I've been here with CF Real Estate Services for about 7 months now, and am personally committed to really starting and growing our recruiting efforts at Virginia Tech. A little bit about CF Real Estate Services. We are a vertically integrated real estate company that primarily focuses in the apartment space. We're based in Atlanta, Georgia, and we pretty much run the gamut in terms of everything that we provide in terms of service. From sourcing of capital to acquisition of apartments or raw land, to renovation and development, leasing, property management, and then ultimate sale of the assets for a profit. We work with various private equity and hedge funds throughout the country, and have grown. Pretty much tripled in size over the past 4 years. In terms of what we are looking for, we have a few different opportunities. One of the items is specifically targeted towards accounting and finance majors, and it's a rotational program where we're looking for May and even a January grad at this point. It's a little late, but we will certainly consider one. To join in on this rotational program, and essentially the candidate will spend 6 months in 5 different areas within the company. So from asset management to financial analysis to our corporate accounting team, our fund accounting team, and then our property accounting team. And it's a great way for the candidate to kind of really get introduced to the world of commercial real estate. And we'll be able to kind of learn the business from multiple different lenses. So we're really excited about this program. And then we are also currently looking for summer interns in the accounting and finance area. And this is, essentially just a 2-month program where you would have some routine responsibilities, but then also have some very specific projects, again, that would really get you engaged in the world of commercial real estate. And then, with both of these programs, I would tell you, that the rotational program, after the 2.5 years, the idea is that the candidate can really kind of pick which area they want to move into, and then from there, really the growth is kind of limitless, really depending on the position. Summer interns, obviously, we will consider very heavily for a full-time position following their graduation. We're typically looking for rising seniors for that role. The other program that we have, and it's quite exciting, is it's our kind of our operational development program, where the candidate would start out as an assistant property manager at one of our assets, and they would be assisting the property manager in managing a multi-million-dollar asset, all facets from leasing to resident relations to property management to finance and budgeting. They would be charged along with the property manager for really driving net operating income and increasing the value of the asset. And from there, it is a training program in the assistant property manager level, and from there, folks will move on to a property manager role over an asset. Typical assets range in value from $15 million all the way up to $100 million assets. And then, ultimately the position then can grow into a regional property manager, a regional vice president, or move into an asset management path. So there's a lot of exciting opportunities there. So that's kind of who we are and what roles we have. We're very excited to be on the campus of Virginia Tech. I am personally invested, and in terms of reaching out for either of the finance or accounting roles, I would encourage folks to actually reach out to me directly, and I can speak much more in depth about the role. And then for the assistant property manager role, the contact would be Alan Walsh, who is our head of VP for human resources. So thank you for your time, and I look forward to talking to you.
Great. Thanks so much, Jim. We appreciate all that information and look forward to partnering with you in the future. So, guys, next up on the call, we have Kristen joining us from memoryBlue. So, Kristen, I will go ahead and let you share some information with us about your firm and opportunities.
Great. Thanks so much, Jen. Hey, Hokies. As Jen said, I am Kristen Wisdorf. I am our Director of Talent here at memoryBlue. For those of you who don't know, memoryBlue is an inside sales consulting firm, and we work exclusively with technology companies. So at kind of that high level, we work with technology companies, big and small. They run the gamut from the heavy hitters I'm sure some of you have heard of, like Hitachi and NetApp, Oracle, even Box.com, to a lot of emerging startups, those venture-backed startups that are the hottest new technology, soon to take off. These technology companies come to memoryBlue because they need help building their business, and that's exactly what we do for them. So we run inside sales campaigns where we're focused on getting into potential customers for our clients and really helping them grow their business, grow their bottom line, and get as many sales opportunities as possible. And so the position that we recruit for from Virginia Tech every year is our sales development position or inside sales consultant position. In fact, we love Hokie so much, we hire more Virginia Tech alum than any other alumni here at our organization. Our company was co-founded by two Virginia Tech guys. So we started right in Arlington, Virginia back in 2002, and the firm is still owned and run by our two co-founders to this day. So we love Hokies, and there's two things that really make memoryBlue unique and that make this position specifically very unique. The first is we put a heavy emphasis on coaching, training, and development. We don't expect anybody to come right out of college to memoryBlue, know how to talk to chief technology officers and VPs and break into Fortune 500 companies their first day on the job. So we put a heavy emphasis on training and coaching and really give you that foundation to work with enterprise level, highly complex technology sales. And so we don't do classroom style training. In fact, you train from the moment you start at memoryBlue until the day you leave us. So you get to train while you're doing the job, while you're learning. We have a big mentorship program here at memoryBlue. So the goal is to give you the foundation it takes to be successful in this high-tech sales environment. The second thing that makes us very unique and probably different than any company you'll speak with during your time at Virginia Tech or at Business Horizons is we have a unique business model where we're hiring, you know, rising stars, people who are driven and motivated and want to get promoted. So we actually encourage our people to leave us. And what I mean by that is when an SDR, a new hire, comes to memoryBlue and they work on these different sales campaigns, work with different, you know, clients in the technology space, at any time, if they really end up liking one of their clients and their client likes them and the work they're doing, a client can hire you away from us, essentially. And so in the way that you will be a Virginia Tech alumni someday, you could potentially be a memoryBlue alumni. We have over 200 folks who got their career started with memoryBlue in this position, and now they're all out in the technology industry, got hired by their clients. Some of them are sales directors, VPs. We even have C-level alumni who all got their career started in this exact position, out doing great things. So our goal is to help you grow your business and take it to the next level, even if that means elevating your career to a client and leaving us. That's not the only opportunity or path we have. In fact, we have 5 promotion paths. We have internal leadership, management, sales, recruiting, marketing positions, et cetera. So on average, the people we hire at memoryBlue are getting promoted in less than a year. It's typically 6 to 9 months is the average time it takes to get your first promotion. So if you are looking to train, get hands-on coaching and development and that one-on-one attention when you graduate, if you're looking for a position in a company that allows you to kind of pick what you want to do as your career builds and you grow it, and there's all these different promotion paths, then memoryBlue might be the opportunity for you. We're really looking for folks who are energetic, have the work ethic to be successful, want to come in and learn. We don't expect you to know how to do this job. We will teach you, and really kind of grow their career from there. So we've got an intense culture of hustlers and people who want to learn. We have 3 offices that we're hiring for. We're still up in the Northern Virginia area since our co-founder started the firm, right in Tyson's Corner. We also have an office in Austin, Texas that we're hiring for, and San Jose, California, right in the heart of Silicon Valley. So we are growing, and we're looking for December and May grads for all 3 of those offices. And potentially our next office. We have been listed the last 4 years on the Inc. 5000 fastest growing companies in America. So we're growing like crazy. We're looking for more Hokies to do that. We also have internships available as well in addition to our full-time sales development position. So come see us at Business Horizons, and you can head to memoryblue.com, read a little bit more about the position. You're welcome to connect with me on LinkedIn, Kristen Wisdorf, and we can kind of keep talking from there. And thanks so much. I'll see y'all at Business Horizons.
Thanks so much, Kristen. We appreciate you being on the call. And last but certainly not least, to round us out here today, we have Michael on the line representing AXA Advisors. And so, Michael, I'm going to go ahead and turn things over to you to share a little bit more with us about your firm and your opportunities.
Great. Thanks, Jen. So I'm happy to be on the call today. Just a little background about myself. I've been with AXA about 5 years now. I actually made the transition. Hello?
Hi, yes, we're here.
Okay. I thought I heard someone in the background saying hello. So I've been with AXA about 5 years. I made the transition right out of college, and so it's definitely possible for new graduates to come on board. And that's really kind of how our, I'll say, 5-step launch process is designed, is to help people graduating from school or making career changes, coming into the industry with maybe not much industry experience or none at all. We understand that it's hard to teach how to be a financial advisor, so the things that we're looking for within our recruits and within our new advisors are the desire to be in an entrepreneurial opportunity, the desire to really kind of be your own boss, but also work within a team and have some structure around building your own business. So what we do, we help new advisors kind of develop and run their own wealth management firms here out of our DC branch. A little background on AXA. We're actually the 15th largest company in the world in terms of revenue. Just don't spend all that much money on advertising. What that allows us to do is put a lot of money back into research and development, but also back into our training and onboarding program for our new advisors. So our job as a leadership team is to work with our new advisors and tailor a business model specifically for, kind of what they want their business to be like. So if you want to work with doctors, or you want to work with small businesses, or you want to work with school teachers, we work with you to figure out what's going to be the best way to do things like that. Kind of a unique thing about being a financial advisor, especially with AXA, is when we meet with clients, we don't sell them any, we don't build any products. When someone leaves our office, they don't leave with any, widgets or gadgets or anything like that. But what we do is we inform them through our financial planning process of how we can help them reach their goals and how we can help ease their minds and help accomplish some, long-term objectives that they might have. So for anyone who, thinks that they have an entrepreneurial spirit, they think that, hey, I really like the idea of working for myself but not by myself, and really wants to kind of view themselves as a business owner, that's really the ideal candidate that we're looking for. We can't teach someone hard work, we can't teach someone how to be ethical, but we can teach you how to use those traits and become a successful financial advisor. So please connect with me on LinkedIn, reach out to our local branch here. Both myself and our recruiting director, Becky Casper, would be happy to talk to you, and we look forward to hiring a couple additional Hokies onto our team this year.
Great. Thanks so much, Michael, and thank you to all of our presenters today. That's going to wrap up our this edition of Pamplin Podcast. We hope you've enjoyed the presentation. I'm Jen Carty out of Pamplin's Career Services. If you have questions about any of the opportunities or how to connect with any of our companies that presented today, please reach out to me. Just send me a quick email to jcarty@vt.edu, and we'll look forward to seeing you next time. Thanks, everyone.